Okay. So we did one longer examination of Operation Children Rescue and Resilience. And now I want to jump into another part of the architecture. I call it OPPM, and that is Operation Partner Process Model. And what it basically is a very simple, organized, fun way for folks to get together and look at a marketplace, an industry, a sub-market, whatever, at some marketplace of any size, and examine it and do what I call floodlight the business model. And you examine it and you map it, map all the big players, and then all you simply do is create the map of the flow of money. And then you got a picture, and you can do that on one piece of paper. It's amazing. It's a process money flow map, an enterprise or marketplace money flow map. Very easy to do, fun to do. And then once you get that, then what you try to do is identify those key players that you noticed in the map, and the ones that are people and planet. What we do is we simply identify those roles, and I call them principal roles. So there's a new language that comes with anything, right? So principal roles are those roles of people and planet, those roles of the gift creators and the gift receivers and the gift in fair exchange responders in this gifting economy. This economy based on some new values, which are not new at all. They are ancient. And that's why you don't even need my architecture. All you got to do is just put your ear up against, or in the direction of, and try to quiet the distractions in your life, and just listen in to what the people who are standing with Standing Rock are saying. I would suggest you listen. The older, the better. But some of the youth, I would take that back. I think maybe some of the wisest things are coming from the youth. I mean, they started this whole thing, so that's pretty strong. Right action, demonstration to the rest of us. But the elderly, or the elders, elderly in this case being the ones that we are very grateful for their wisdom. Because the wisdom keepers are the ones who have been keeping the wisdom across the generations, despite the carnage of colonial energy, doing its best to cut the jugular of the oral tradition and this passing on of generational wisdom. So this is the introduction to OPPM. And I guess what I have to tell you is, if you haven't come to OPPM from OSF, and I think the OCRR, it's like the next thing you focused on, which leads you to then the enrichment of the community, the local community. But we haven't gotten there yet. That's another part of the architecture we haven't talked about yet. But OPPM, we got to really wake up to see OPPM. That in 4 very simple, universal steps, energetically, this is a universal process, which I'll share with you. And some really wise people, mystics and philosophers and physicists who believe, who share this very simple. It's 7 steps with a turn at 4. There's this crashing, or not a crashing, it's this birth, conception, energy, organic energy at phase 4 in our journey. and this can be applied very easily to there's a lot to OPPM. I'm going to leave it there for now. So I want to introduce the concept of synthetic and organic. Now, synthetic would be a business model that deems resources expendable without cost, resources associated with people and planet. so that those are expendable resources, and we don't even put a cost on them, and we just consume them in the 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 profiteering mission to serve the very few with the accumulation of as much wealth and power that we can fool the public into believing is actually power as we can muster. So that's synthetic or organic, and what I'm talking about is a marketplace that's organic. That's OPPM, and it happens across the, and everything I see. It's this parallel, just explosion of seeds germinating, and then the whole process that happens with seeds on their journey. So that's the introduction to OPPM. Sorry, I couldn't. There's a lot to it. I'm not sure how many parts there are going to be, but there's a lot to OPPM. So that's it for now. Until next time. Thank you for listening, and take care.